Your party is engaging the enemy. Hang on, we don't have cover. What can we do? Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to look at using our leftovers from our clump foliage, the scouring pads, and we're going to make some hedges. So let's get to the table and get cracking. Right, so what do we have? We have our scouring pads we took off of our sponges when we made our clump foliage, so please check out that video. I'll stick a link up somewhere, up there probably. So first thing to do is we're going to have to get these stuck together. So grab our hot glue gun, down the middle, and down there, put that out of the way, just fold it in half, give it a good squeeze, and that'll make our base hedge. Cut some hardboard base. I cut an angle at the ends so they can fit together. Not greatly cut, but by the time we get our texture earth on, it'll look fine. It just allows you to manipulate them around a little bit. It's coming apart a little bit, so I should leave this a little bit longer really. Right, so I did think about putting them that way if you want a nice curved top hedge for like a formal garden, or more of a rustic hedge would we go that way, which is the way we're going to go. So what I'm going to do is just grab some hot glue, run it down our hedge, like so, line it up, our two ends, and give it a push. Right, you have a couple of options here. You can texture this up with glue, like Scotty does, or you can use our textured earth, which is probably the way I'm going to go to keep it in line with everything else. First of all, I'm just going to run another bead along the bottom, just along here, just to make sure I get a good bond. Right, so that's firmly stuck on. I'll crack on and do the rest of them, and then we'll come back for the next stage. Right, once we've got these all stuck on, we're going to hit them with some black paint. You can hit them with dark brown. Just give them a spray over. So I'm going to use black just to give it depth, and then I'm going to put flock over them anyway. So I'll take these outside so I don't gas the cat with paint fumes, and get these primed up. Right, now these are dry, I'm going to grab some of our texture paint we made up in a previous video, and we're just going to whack it on. So these are dirt, scrape it off the edge, using the edge as a help to get it off. Just work it along. Just push it in against the hedge. Get that end, there you go. Turn and repeat. So it's fairly warm today, fairly quickly you can get a brush, knackered brush, I should say. Just give it a stipple. If it settles back, let it dry for another 5 minutes and then do it again. So, and we'll crack on and do the rest of those. Right, once this is fairly well dried, I'm going to get some Jarvis flock. This is the coarse dark green. And PVA up our hedge. You'll be surprised how much glue this actually takes, because it's obviously a spongy sort of material. reasonable coat on it. And make sure you got some paper down. Grab your thick flock. So just doing your dark base at the moment. Give it a tap. Work it on. Obviously the glue's soaked into, you can give it a little squeeze and it pulls the glue back up. And sticks all to your fingers, but hey, you can't have everything. I probably should have said wear gloves to do this, because I'll probably have green fingers when I go to work. But I think they're used to it by now. Give it a little shake. So there's our base colour on the hedge, so we'll let that dry. We'll let that just tack up a little bit so it's actually on. Once it's on, we'll get some thinned down PVA. So this is actually the glue I used on the clump foliage. And I'm just going to put a chunk of this near the top. I could give this a little spray to help it in, but I just want to get some patches on it first. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm more concentrating near the top of the hedge. So put that to one side. Now I've got a mid-green coarse flock. And I just want to scatter this over it. So it should take to where the glue's just gone. There we go, not too much. If you see any black bits you want to get that's shown through, just whack a little bit of glue on it and touch it in. There we go. This is just like the first break up. I'll probably put an even lighter fine coat on in a minute. There we go. Just makes it a bit more realistic instead of being a flat colour. So I haven't let this fully dry. There's still a bit of tack in it. I'm just going to put some glue over the earth. Even if there's flock on it, doesn't matter. And just work the glue to give it covering. So just normal white glue, PVA. Pull it around a bit. Because it's that like wheezy. You can see this stuff actually bleeds, so all the colours mush in. Shake it up against the hedge. Pick up some fine flock, and I'm actually not going to worry if I catch the hedge, because it all adds. So this is just a mix. This is like the dregs of your flock. So it's like mediums and medium green, light green. There's a couple of bits of coarse in here. Literally it's what I just empty all the flocks into, in case you pick up a bit of junk. So stick that on. To tidy it up, we're just going to get our brush handle, push along any bit strands, pull them out, just to get a little bit of a cut onto the bottom of the hedge, like so. Give it a rub. You can add some bits of grit if you want to there, and some stones. There's loads more you can do with this, but we'll let that dry. Finish them off, and then we'll give them a good sealing afterwards. Right, we've left that for 10 minutes or so just to tack up a little bit. Between all the stages, we'd never let anything fully dry here. So what we're going to do is get some water, just give it a spray. Then we go back to our PVA, and I think that's what I'm doing. So we just literally grab some PVA and let it drip. This disperses because of the water, and it'll help it hold. You could do this with clear PVA, it doesn't need to be green paint in it, I'm just using it because I've got it. top so it'll get the battering from us gamers. Right, and let that all dry. Right, there you have it. These are set nice and hard overnight. Other things you can do, you could tidy up the corners, you can cut them more accurate if you wish. I just wanted to make sure all the corners are taken off so you can put a hedge against a hedge without the two bases overlapping. Other little bits you could do an archway, so maybe a strip of card, wrap your scourer and pad around it. You can even staple it because you're going to cover it anyway, just to pin it. So you've got an archway into a garden that people can go through. Top of the hedge is fairly flat, but the flock is a coarse grade, so it does give it a nice little ripple. You could actually cut the top a little bit if you want to add more to that. You can poke holes in the hedge if you want, for your characters to peek through, some nice little dwarf height sort of viewing holes. So there's plenty of ways to go with it. It's a good way of using them up. So make your clump foliage, save your scouring pads, and off you go. Base of material, I used hardboard, but you could use cardboard if you're careful and don't get it too wet. So there's loads of options there. Hopefully people found this video useful. Please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel to help support future videos. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good week gaming, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers!